on today's show, we are going to get into a bunch of pop culture news. Lil Nas X is in the news again about his shoes. They got banned. We're going to talk about why. Sarah Palsy on Twitter. Oh, drama this week. And Grindr is coming out with a series, a web series. Are you going to tune in? Well, grab a drink and enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Who Invited Her. We are San Diego's LGBTQ pop culture podcast. I am your host, Tony, and he puts the whore well in whore. It's Bash. Oh, don't RuPaul me with your middle fingers, bitch. Oh, and I don't have one for Eric. I didn't prepare. All I could think about was Bash. Party Bear Eric's here too this week.
Hi. Oh my gosh.
And
you don't need an
I know you don't need an intro.
I didn't need an introduction.
And the man running the show behind the scenes, Robbie. Hi, Rob.
Hey, everybody. I'm here too.
Yes, Miriam T is not here this week. She will actually be kind of taking a little bit of backseat on the podcast because her work schedule has gotten so busy. She's working during our show, so she'll be popping in probably, hopefully, at least once a month, but she'll be around. But today, we're just going to get into a bunch of stuff that's been going on this week in pop culture and news and all of that good stuff. Why were you guys laughing?
You said something about Sarah Paulson, but you called her Sarah Palsy.
Ah,
so all
I did that last time. I
was
did that
cerebral palsy, and I'm like,
fucking A.
Yes.
I did that last time.
I couldn't help from giggling.
Oh, you fucking bitches. I hate you.
But now every time I hear her name, I'm gonna think that.
You know that there's a drag queen called Sarah Palsy.
That's not okay.
She has cerebral palsy. That's what she called herself.
Okay, then it is
cerebral.
okay.
Yeah,
it is okay.
She did it.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to say she's from some small town in the Midwest, and she made one of the lists on YouTube. And her name's Sarah Palsy, and the reason why she did is because she has cerebral palsy, and she named herself that to bring awareness to the disease.
Oh, that's
that
cool.
is genius. Good for you.
Is she on Instagram?
I think so.
Okay, I'm looking.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I actually always think I'm gonna say it wrong because you say it wrong, and now I think about it, and then I
my dyslexia.
and then and I was fine before, like I never had a problem.
I fucked
but
you up, didn't I? I
you
fucked
totally
you up.
ruined it.
Sorry.
For me. Yeah.
Oh, so here in San Diego, everything's starting to open up a bit, and last week we actually had like our weekend out. I was out. What's it called? Pretty much every day last week, and it was the first time I went out and like really partied it up. We all did, and we had a great time.
I got shit-faced.
So
it was amazing.
Sunday fun day.
Sunday fun day,
gosh.
no shit. It was so nice seeing a bunch of people I haven't seen in a long time out and about. And I know Robbie and I have our first vaccination shot, and we get it in a week. But we've been very careful with the masks and social distancing and following the guidelines. But I ventured out last Saturday after the show with firefighter Steven, who, shout out, his birthday's coming up this week. So happy birthday. I know he listens to the show. We started out at Barrio Logan. They have this art walk type of thing where they have the vendors on the street and they sell their goods. If you're in San Diego and you haven't been to Barrio Logan, there are so many amazing shops out there and places to eat and breweries. It is so, I love it.
Do you know if they got that shit worked out with that gallery and the dickish landlord that made them vacate?
I don't know. I remember that story. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but I love
Yeah.
Barrio Logan, and I'm glad it's not gentrifying.
No, I like that it's still very Hispanic culture, and a lot of the stores out there, they cater to that community, which I love, you know.
And they're trying to protect it.
Yes, I do, because for people in San Diego, Barrio Logan is part of a rich history of San Diego. It's been here for a long time. And I used to go down there and get my hair cut at Two Tattoos, or you think it was called Two Tattoos, long time ago. It was a tattoo shop and a barber shop. I don't know if it's still there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was really, really
Wow,
cool.
both?
Yeah,
Did you-
both.
you
And they
just
had
get,
a
like,
bar
a
in the
half
back.
sleeve?
I know. Well, I
While
did
you're
get
getting
one
your
of my
haircut?
tattoos there after my haircut one time. Me and my brother Manny used to go there and get our hair done. But it was really nice. Barrio Logan, that little thing they do, I think it's the last Saturday of every month. They host it where the vendors come out on the street, they sell their goods, and they have all of the restaurants open. It was really nice. There was a lot of long lines to get into the breweries and stuff because they're only going to a certain amount of capacity. And they had signs, and this is what I really liked. On the street while you're walking, they had hand sanitizer stations all the way down.
Oh,
Just
good.
little spots. I was like, look at them being responsible. And then after that, I went to Red Wing, which I have not been to
Ooh.
since quarantine
I
started.
miss Red Wing.
I did
too.
too. And they have the back patio, both back patios open. It was actually really nice. I
It
really
was
I love their
enjoyed it.
their
I was gonna
hamburgers
say.
so good.
I know.
Yeah, their food is excellent.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like what the waterfront was in the early 2000s. Like,
I got the deep fried chicharrones. They were so good. And then
Oh,
tater tots
yeah.
and their smothered hot dog. It was like smothered cheese upon smothered cheese with bacon on a like bread roll that was butter. It was so good.
Healthy.
I was like, fuck it. My diet. Fuck the diet this weekend.
We were talking about this last night. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to pinpoint all of our old hauntings because
Yeah.
I've met my friend Angela, and I've known her since college, and she
Mhm.
used to live above Effins in San Diego State.
Yeah.
Fucking train wreck apartment, but it was really fun. But like, we could only think of a few because they all closed this year.
Yeah,
Like,
so
Bar Pink's
many.
gone,
Oh, I
and
know.
like all I could think about was Cheers, Red Wing. What else is at North Park? U31,
U31.
7 Grand. I think it's
Yeah.
those 4.
Yeah.
AC Lounge, are they still open?
I don't know.
I love
619
AC Lounge.
Spritz is still open.
I
They
like
were open for
619. They're a little
this-
newer though.
yeah,
That's
they're
not
a
like
little
something we
newer.
used to.
A lot of the
Yeah.
breweries were still open in North Park. There's definitely you can feel throughout Hillcrest, San Diego, Hillcrest, North Park, South Park. A lot of places have closed down. We've lost a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants due to the
Yeah.
pandemic. Did you have something, Robbie?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I know that a lot of our listeners are used to live in San Diego and used to know Hillcrest really well. So I was just wondering, like, if you could think of like how many bars or gay LGBTQ establishments are no longer there that
Oh,
people may not
gosh.
be aware of. if they-
Numbers was a big loss to the
I
community.
feel like we've done
Yeah.
this before, but it's
Did we?
ground. So
we did
numbers,
it. We did it before the pandemic. We
Yes.
haven't done it before
Yeah.
afterwards.
Oh, now
So,
now it's like the update. Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So-
like
Alright.
some of them I can think of. Numbers is closed.
The Flame.
The Flame is
Flame.
closed.
Bourbon.
Bourbon Street is
Bourbon.
closed. Lay Lounge is closed.
Yeah.
Bacchus House is closed.
That's been
Moby
closed a long time.
Moby
That's been
Dick is closed.
closed.
I'm
Do
just
you
saying,
remember?
like, for
oh, the
people-
Moby Dicks
Yeah,
back
remember-
in the day.
remember
Oh,
Moby Dicks?
shit, Yeah.
I never went there, but I worked at the restaurant next door to it, and I was
Yeah.
always like, "What's going on in there?"
I think the
I was
one
little.
that the last one, especially for Hillcrest, that shut down, that was really just painful. Was Numbers.
Yeah.
Really.
Numbers was bad. Martinis is closed.
Oh,
Fiesta is
Martinis.
Martinis, I
Martinis.
know.
Yeah.
Fuck. And
Um,
Fiesta Cantina is right across from O's.
What's the one at Tacos Libertad?
Tacos Libertad is closed, and
And
so is
Cache.
Bobo.
Yeah,
Cache.
Or
Cache.
Cache.
they're gone.
So 3.
Oh, and then what was it? Universal and Eden, they used to be called. If you
Yeah,
came
now
to-
it's a mattress store.
now it's a mattress store.
And Gossip. They split up the patio.
Yeah.
F Street used to be there too years and years ago.
Oh, on the corner next to
yeah,
Pax?
it used to be purple.
Yeah, I
before-
remember.
That was an F Street?
Yes.
That was an F Street. Now it's a CBD.
I thought that was
So-
like a bathhouse way back in the
Oh
day.
God, no! That was down the street where the for people who live in San Diego on University and who had used to be here. You know Bodai, the veterinarian that's across
Yes.
from Smart Final. That used to be called Mustang or Mustangs. I want to say it was Mustangs or something like that.
Oh.
And it was a
I
gay
heard about
bathhouse.
this.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
where
that's
I had
right.
to. That's where I had to run Rolo drunk when he ate an edible and my dog was
Oh.
high for like 7 hours.
So some more places that are closed.
Yeah.
Wolves, was it Wolves? that
Wolf's
used
is now
What?
Barefoot
It's
Bar.
now Barefoot Bar.
What?
Um,
What is
Also,
this?
You
also
don't-
can we talk about
Me
how
and
the
Robert are-
bathhouse? Can we talk about how the bathhouse had a line for like
Oh,
2 weeks
yes.
ago?
Yeah, I was like,
When they had it for communion. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
drove
there.
by and I was like, there's like 25 people out there. Like, what is
Yeah.
going on
it
in
was
there?
pretty nuts. I was
Oh,
like,
Yeah.
Salt
okay.
and Cleaver gone too. That
Mhm.
was
Oh,
one
yeah.
we lost.
Does
We used to go there all
does
the time.
montage count? Because it's no longer
No,
montage.
it used to be a spin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spin, I think is open.
Six
Is it?
degrees is no longer
Oh,
there
the
from years
lesbian
ago.
bar. I
The
used to
lesbian bar,
love
but
6 Degrees.
well,
There was
yeah.
another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, for a long time.
Huh.
6, and it was before that it was Bombay Lounge.
Yeah.
Remember?
That's right.
Yeah.
I feel
Oh,
like that.
Bombay Lounge. And then what about the Rainbow Play in North Park? It was Stripes? No.
What?
What was it called?
Oh, Shooters.
Shooters.
Now it's True North. Yeah, we lost
Yeah.
Shooters too.
That was a
That's
gay bar?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know that would've been
Just
so
so our
convenient.
audience knows, me and Rob are old as fuck.
Yeah.
That's why we've been here a long
So
time. We remember
that's why
all
I
these
wanted to
bars.
bring this up because I'm like, I know we never talked about this, but think of like all the gay bars that
know.
used to exist
Wow.
like 15, 20 years ago that are like gone.
Well, thanks
I thought
Rob
of-
for
I
bringing
thought
the
of 2
podcast
more.
down. Wow, real downer.
I know.
conversation.
I thought
Go ahead,
of 2
Bashy.
more. What was the okay? So top of the Bay, top of the park. I
Oh,
don't know
Top
if
of the
Top
Park.
of the Bay is
Oh,
still
yeah.
going or
Yeah.
not. But then what was the other one in Bakersfield that wasn't the Loft? Khalif.
Oh, Khalif.
Khalif is closed. That's right.
Yeah.
Khalif
Yeah.
is closed. Top of the Park is gone. I'm not sure about Top of the Bay. You're right.
Yeah.
The hole is
Oh.
the hole is still there. It's
But
now
it's called
called
the
the
Hole.
hole
Yeah.
in the. It's called the
The
hole in the
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh, and we lost that one that opened like last year before COVID for like 6 months. They were from Houston.
Oh,
or
nobody
Texas.
remembers.
Yeah,
Nobody
that was-
remembers.
I
That
can't
train
even
wreck.
remember the name.
It was where it was next to Tractor Room.
And
where
Tractor Room was good. I remember Tractor Room.
And weren't
Mhm.
there a couple gay bars downtown too? Do you remember? Like,
Downtown.
yeah,
Yes, Chi-Chi's.
Chi-Chi's. That's old school.
Was it Axios or something like
I
that for a
have no
while?
Oh,
I don't know.
and then what about SRO? Did we lose that?
Oh
No,
yeah,
that's
still
SRO is
open.
closed.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Mhm.
They
I
are?
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Their last day was during COVID.
Oh,
Are you
Oh.
sure, Rob? I
I'm
thought I
sure.
looked
I'm sure
recently.
because Lexi used to go there all the time. Lex now, and she told us when the last
Yeah.
day was.
dang.
Aw.
That was a staple in San Diego, and I remember
Yeah.
going there when I was young and got
You're right.
fucked up like nobody's business there.
Yeah. So
Oh my god, I sprained my ankle after that.
I
one
kind of,
time.
I kind of blame Grinder for all this, but
Yeah.
like you no longer need gay bars like we used to.
Well, that brings up a discussion we were talking about before the show, where I was reading this article on NPR this week. It was an opinion piece, and it was about how now that we're starting to come out of this pandemic and things are opening up because vaccinations are happening and all that, how is the gay bar culture changing? Where I know, especially when Robbie and I were younger in our early 20s, it was very community. The gay bar was very community. You went there to feel safe and to talk to people that are like you know what I mean, that aren't accepted in the general population. But now that, especially for the gay community and lesbian community, there's a lot more visibility, and it seems a lot more acceptable to be gay or lesbian or bi and all of that. So this article was saying that the younger generation, 20-somethings, don't hold that gay bar community as precious as maybe millennials and generations older than that do. Do you think that's good? That's going to change once we get out and we've all had a break from being out at the gay bars, that people are going to flock back and it's going to be just like this new gay liberation? We're out of this pandemic almost type of thing.
No. Who wrote that?
I know. I didn't agree with a lot of the viewpoints because being here in San Diego, I feel our community here, and when you go to the gay bars, it's very community driven.
Yeah.
Very
I
community.
think
And-
that's
And I know gays love to drink, no matter like what
Yeah.
age and generation. You
Yeah.
want to have a good,
Yeah.
strong cocktail, and you go to a gay bar for that.
Yeah.
exactly. I think that's a trash point of view for a few reasons.
Yeah.
Number one,
Trash.
a large number one is Eric's. I hate drinks at straight bars. I hate
They're
them
weak.
so fucking much.
They're weak.
They cost $15 and they don't taste like anything.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
then number two, I think that the country's getting worse. So I think people are going to need those. I don't want to
Yeah.
go to like some parts of San Diego. I won't name which neighborhoods, but
Why
we're-
not? Name them.
Oh, okay. I don't like going
You're not
PB.
going to go to Santee. I know that.
I don't want to go to Santee. I don't want to go to downtown a lot of times. I've been called a faggot downtown.
Yeah.
I've been called a
Mhm.
faggot in North Park, for Christ's
Yeah.
sake. Like I don't really want to be around a lot of straight people a lot
Yeah.
of the time.
There was
So
a
like
couple years ago. It was before Pride 2019. I remember walking. I think it was with Rob. Maybe not. I might have been with one of my other friends. But we were walking. You know the Rite Aid in Hillcrest. We were walking by there, going down towards Fifth, and there was this
uh-huh.
SUV, and they rolled down the back window, and it was a bunch of kids. When I say kids, I mean maybe 12, 13-year-olds,
Yeah.
using like faggot, homos, all of that stuff, while their parents were in the front seat. And then to me, I was just like, those are horrible
Trash.
parents. Those
Trash.
are trashy parents. And
Trash.
why are you coming to Hillcrest to do that? You know, it's
Trash.
just stupid. Trash.
Just trash.
Yeah.
I don't get as bothered by that stuff, but like the threat of physical assault that exists in
Yeah.
downtown, and I don't think that there would be people that would come to my defense in certain areas
Yeah.
of San
Yeah.
Diego.
Yeah. No, I agree.
In North Park, I
agree.
feel safe, even though I've had that happen with
Yeah.
Eric. It just happened
But
to
do
Chris and
you-
Frank this week.
Yeah, our friends Chris and Frank. Yeah,
Yeah.
it happened this week.
But
Do you? Oh, I was just gonna ask something and I lost it. God damn it!
sorry.
But also, this article blamed a lot of it on and this is what I didn't agree with. One of the points they blamed it on the younger generation,
Oh my
Generation
God.
Z, and I'm like, you can't put the blame on that generation. I am sorry that from what I see in our community, they're still going out and partying like nobody's business at the gay
Mhm.
bars. But they blamed Grinder and that this younger generation, Gen Z, isn't wanting the gay bar. They're above that.
I don't
above
think
that.
that's true at all.
I don't
Yeah,
think
and I
so.
totally did not agree with this part of the thing.
I think
the article.
I think the day lounge at Rich's would disagree with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the line at the bathhouse.
But even that what's it called, that there is a shift within the gay bar community, and that this article kind of alluded to that gay bars will become more of an accessory to your lifestyle instead of a community feel. I didn't agree with that.
I think as long as there's fundamentalist Christians in the
Yeah.
world, there will be a place for gay bars in it.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I actually think, because you know how we talked about this, Bashi, when we were out and about last week, and how like disco music's coming back, right? It's
Oh,
making the
loving
surge.
it.
I have a feeling when this pandemic is starting to lift, it's going to be like the 70s. It's going to be a free for all. People are going to go absolutely bonkers, and not just because you've been cooped up, but just to have that human connection back and connecting with people in person. I think people are not going to take it for granted.
You think we're
anymore.
gonna hit another summer of love like the '60s? and
I
just start
really
launching
do.
a whole like sexual revolution again. I'm here for
I
it. Let's
do,
go.
and I not just that, just the whole love. Like, people are really genuinely going to be in the moment and really appreciate hanging out with their friends and family
I think-
when they get the opportunity.
I agree with you, and I think that like okay, one thing I'm not gonna do as I enter my 30s and 40s is start blaming Gen Z for.
What do you mean
everything.
into your 30s? You're in your mid 30s.
I'm in my
aren't you?
mid 30s. I'm 33. Fuck off. But I'm.
You entered that a long time ago,
we
bitch.
took so much fucking abuse from the boomers growing up as millennials. They blamed us for literally fucking everything when they were the ones
Yeah.
at fault for most of it.
So did Gen X. I
a
mean,
little bit.
yeah.
You're Gen X,
Yeah.
and I think they're.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Gen X. They're.
Gen X gets
But
overlooked.
I am
We've
not-
talked about this. We're like the middle
I
child.
am not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna blame Gen Z for
No.
everything. They need to live their fucking
Yeah.
lives and let them be. But I'm not gonna worry about
No.
it. Like culture will adapt and it'll
It
be
always
fine.
does. It
But-
Yeah.
always does.
Yeah.
It really,
It
really
does.
does. But like how Robbie said, they blame it on Grinder. But like we were saying earlier, speaking of Grinder, they're coming out with a series, a scripted series that's going to air this fall called The Bride Man, and it's like based off of like Bridesmaids, but it's The Bride Man, and it's a bunch of gay guys. Bridesmaids
Okay.
type of film.
You have to watch it on Grindr.
Well, this is the thing. You can watch it on their YouTube channel. Apparently, Grinder has a YouTube channel, or it'll be in
Huh.
app. What do you guys think about dating apps starting to put out content like this?
Pick a
Pick a
lane.
lane.
Pick a lane.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either. You know, there was a Grinder musical that was like off Broadway. That was based off of the app that came out years ago.
Was it just like based off of messages?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
That could be
funny,
funny.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't
remember
know.
we went to a spoken word thing at Martini's, and I forgot who the guy was, but he read off his like insane grandeur messages it was
Are
hilarious.
you guys on the
but
apps at all?
No, we covered this
Oh,
last week.
I don't remember. I'm old. Remember, I'm old. I'm old.
I actually miss my insane mess. I used to post them on
Yeah.
Instagram all the time, like where somebody would like want to fart in your face or like
How
want to be your
much?
sugar
How
daddy.
much? I go, how
Those are
much?
funny.
I know. Yeah, I know. The most I ever got was like 600. I was offered like $600.
And did you take it? I went to fart in somebody's face. I would have been like, yes, hand that 600 over. I'll fart in your face all night long. I don't give a shit. Literally.
Do they like when somebody wants
Yeah.
that? Do they have like demands? Like, are they like, you need to eat a Chipotle burrito before this happens?
Chipotle.
Or is it more like I would like a non-scented?
Yeah. I'm
just-
really curious. If we have any listeners or viewers of this program, if you have a fart fetish, please message us or put it in the comments below. Like, what is it that really attracts you? I'm very curious about this. I've never met anybody with a fart fetish. I'm very curious. No?
I'm not judging anybody for their fetishes.
no
I'm
way.
just curious about
We are the
that
last
aspect
people to be
particularly.
judging anybody about anything on this show. But would you want, like, can you imagine other dating apps like Tinder or whatever putting out like content, and what would it be?
I would like to see that from Recon.
Oh
It
shit!
would be the
yeah.
most interesting.
What did you have,
'Cause-
Robbie? Mike.
I know.
There you go.
I did meet someone with a fart fetish, and I can't remember.
Shut up. Are you serious?
Yeah,
It
no-
wasn't me.
Of course
It wasn't
it's
me.
Robbie.
It wasn't me.
Of course, Robbie
I
has.
know,
can't
of
remember
course.
if we talked about this on a previous episode
don't
because
think
we get
so.
into way too many details on this show. But
Yeah.
It's hard
You're-
to remember what we talk about after 166
I know.
episodes.
I think we're at 167.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Jesus
anyway.
Christ. Okay,
But
go.
anyway, it was somebody that wanted to meet up years ago. This is pre-Tony, but
Yeah.
this is years ago. Somebody that wanted to meet up,
It could be during me. I'd be curious.
and he said, but he would only agree to meet, like
Yeah.
date or anything, if I would agree to fart in his face.
And did you?
No.
Why not? You fart in
Why-
mine all the time, and I don't even ask for it.
Was money offered or no?
No, he just said
Dinner offer?
he said like his big
I know,
his
right?
big fetish was eating out butt.
Yeah, and he wanted you to fart in his face.
But he said he didn't, this is a quote, he didn't want to waste his time if I wasn't going to fart on while he did it. And I said,
Wow.
I said, no.
were you nervous because you were scared your fart might sound like that? Maybe? Maybe that's what made you say no? Or are you
Maybe.
more of a sloppy fart, Rob? Is that what it is?
Oh,
These
wow.
days, I don't
The
know.
soundboard got used today.
But anyway, I said
Shut
no,
up,
so
Ash.
he moved
Bitch.
on. He said I was just way too vanilla for him and moved on. I'm like, oh, that's fine. It's probably best.
okay.
Wow.
So yes, I have.
So Eric, you didn't take the $600 to get farted in the face, did you?
No.
Why not? That would have been a
Mm-mm.
great story.
I know.
Was this while you were on the
I-
podcast?
I didn't know you guys.
Damn
yet, so I
it!
would have done it for the podcast.
As research.
I know.
Yeah. Oh my
Jeez.
god.
Do you guys think
Ugh.
also too that it's gonna the whole hookup culture is gonna change now that things are opening up, and you know a lot of people have put the brakes on and hooking up on the apps because of COVID. Do you think there's gonna, like you were saying, Bashy, earlier, there's gonna just be a free for all once people feel comfortable and stuff?
I'm not sure. I would say that one thing, I think people are maybe getting a little bit more not conservative but particular
Yeah,
about, like, we've all lived for months and months without regular
hookups.
on-demand sex, I feel like. So maybe that will be a little healthier rather than just fucking everything that moves. But I also wonder how much people have invested in like VR porn and stuff like that.
VR porn. Oh, did we talk about this? I watched it on my. I don't even think I told Rob this. I was curious because as we've talked about on this show. Wait, we talked about this while we were out last week. I have an
we did,
Oculus.
but
Sunday fun
Yeah,
day.
I haven't.
I want
Yeah.
to know how many people have gotten like an Oculus, because I saw one in Mission
I have
Valley
one.
this
Me and
last
Manny
weekend, and
do.
I was like,
And Manny texts me. He's like, "Sister, watch some porn on there. It's really trippy." So I
Oh
watch.
my God.
It's Manny. Come on. I watch porn on there that's made for VR. Oh my God, it is trippy as fuck.
Was it girls or
Boys,
boys?
gay porn. Yeah.
Okay. So there's
Huh.
And you
if
can
we
get
were
girls,
already
yeah.
approaching
It's
that.
just like
Okay.
it's very close up. You can see everything. Like you can see their hemorrhoid in their butthole. Like you
Ooh.
can see
Huh.
where their nicks, necks, everything. It was
I
too
don't get
close
it.
for me.
I don't get it though. Is it just like you're eating ass or
Yeah, they
like
put their ass right
I-
there, their dicks flapping in your face, and it's all
Okay,
3D.
so-
and
Huh.
yeah,
then like what happens if you're like, getting into it? Like do they like suck you or fuck you?
Well,
or
see,
do
this
you
is
fuck
the
them,
thing.
or
Participate?
what?
Or do you
well, this is the
watch?
thing. Your head is on somebody else's body, another porn star. So you're looking
Oh.
down and you're seeing their dick.
So it's like
and
it's
yeah,
yes.
that's what it is.
Okay.
And if they're sucking dick, it's sucking the
So it's
other.
a point of view
It's
thing.
like, oh shit. Okay, yeah.
So
Huh.
is it just like you go on a Pornhub and you just look at point of view porn, or is it like a specific type of
Well-
porn that's more 3D?
Well, when we had talked about
Or, like,
this
you can look
last
around.
when we had our Sunday fun day, I was like, I know it's gonna come up on the show, so I better research it. So apparently, there are
Yeah.
specific sites for VR porn. That's all they specialize in is VR porn, whether it's for Oculus or one of the other VR
Uh-huh.
headsets. And then you can go on like Pornhub, I guess, and watch it, but the quality's not as good. So there's specific ones. I think one of them was virtual reality guys or something like that. And then VRB is another one. Virtual.
So did you pay for this?
I didn't pay for any of it. No.
Did you just get it off of?
No,
the
you can watch
internet?
like the trailers. And that's how just so I could experience it. I gotta pay for it. I'm
just
sure.
like real life.
You don't get to finish, but
no,
you,
it's a little
you get to do
teaser.
everything else.
What, Robbie?
Oh, I was just gonna say, for those of you that are listening on the podcast, we record on Saturday afternoons, 12:30 Pacific.
Yes.
You can join us in YouTube live to hear the conversation and join in. So I just wanted to give a couple of shout outs to people watching.
Who's watching?
Jeffrey tuned in. He said I joined just at the right moment. Yay!
Jeffrey.
Yeah. Yay, rimming. Also, Brian Forder joined us.
Brian from New York's here. Hi,
So
Brian.
Brian says hi. He said tomorrow's Easter and you're all talking about eating ass.
She's an expert at eating ass, or at least getting her ass
Right.
eaten.
What would
That
Jesus
hooker.
do?
That fucking hooker.
And Tony's cheap. He doesn't pay for anything.
No,
So
I
those are-
don't. Thank you, Brian.
That brings me to another
What?
point. Actually, do you guys feel guilty about having sex on religious holidays?
Absolutely not.
No.
I would always be like, should I be fucking on Christmas?
not?
or
It's
Easter?
required. It's
And I'm like,
Jesus fucked.
yes,
Did
yes, I
Jesus
should.
fuck? Did Jesus fuck?
Jesus
Jesus
loves-
fucked.
no.
And I love ass.
But he had a prostitute as a friend.
So I mean, you're safe. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. Yeah.
Mary Magdalene. She was a hooker.
Yeah.
She was not a hooker. That's just they're no, that's not true.
She was a hooker. Let's be honest.
They've painted, not that there's anything wrong with that, but
So
they
are you
painted her-
judging
she was a
sex
strong
workers?
woman and they told her that she was, I'm not at all. No. I wish Mary Magdalene was a hooker, but evangelist Protestants just took that and said, "Oh, she's a
She's
hoe."
a how.
Hmm.
Aren't we all?
wasn't
though?
a hoe.
Aren't we all in our own ways?
We're all
right.
hoes.
We're all hoes. But yeah,
Mhm.
so we didn't finish our discussion about last weekend. So I ended up going and checking out PEX, which is the man's bar here in San Diego, and I haven't been there since quarantine
Man's bar.
because I've been a little I'm very cautious with the whole COVID and everything. So let me tell you, PEX, they have it figured out. Like their outside patio, I didn't even know existed, was so nice. So it was very nice, very well lit.
Where's the
very
outside patio? It's not the normal.
No, there
patio,
is like a
the
ramp
little
that
railway?
goes down to a parking lot that they converted
Yeah.
into a full patio with 2 levels. It was very cool. Like I did.
I
Wow.
walked by and peeked
Yeah.
in and saw how they had it set up, and it is really cool.
Yeah.
That is like my neighborhood bar, so I'm
Me
willing
too.
to go.
We
whenever you
always
guys
were
are
at
ready.
PEX, and I went with
Yeah.
Firefighter Steve, and we were like, "This is all here." oh, look at this. Okay, we'll be back. We'll be back. It was nice going because we haven't been in so long. And then we ended up at the Loft, which I haven't been to in forever before the
Oh,
quarantine.
that was
The
fun.
Loft's front patio? I did not know they had
Yeah.
all that. It was so nice. It's cool.
I was just, it's nice to see, like, some shifts might happen in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
but then there's always somebody else to pick up the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, the Loft is the new happening place
Yeah,
now.
we had a
seems that
lot
way.
of
To
fun
be.
there. We had a really
Yeah.
good time. Oh, we did stop in at one of our favorites we haven't visited, Inside Out. Inside Out was popping
It
too.
was nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, I missed Inside Out so much.
I'm just glad we're going out
I do
again, and
too.
I don't really
Yeah.
have to worry about this as much. And we're going to Orange Tier next week.
Yeah. What is it? Okay,
we
so
are?
Bashy, do you know what is entailed with the orange tier? So our
Right
audience
now we're
knows?
at the best. I mean, like the most simple way to describe it is right now we're at 25% indoor capacity, and next week we'll be at 50% indoor
Okay,
capacity
okay.
because our case rates are down, and our overall like exposure
It's
rate
down.
is down.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think we're like hovering around like 7 cases per 100,000 people.
Oh, see. It felt very
And-
safe being out last week, and everywhere we went, it felt very safe.
We are
Yeah.
quickly approaching 50% at least one shot
Yeah.
in the county.
Yeah.
So it's getting.
But I
there.
really missed Inside
Mm.
Out, and we got what did we say it was called? A considering
A coochie board.
coochie
A coochie
board.
coochie board?
Oh, and okay, so when you go to Inside Out, one of the drinks on their specialty drinks that I always get is a horchata brew, which is
Yes.
amazing. It's like coffee and alcohol. I love it. And I haven't
It was
had one
good.
since before COVID started, and I had one the last weekend. It was heaven. I was like totally
Yeah.
like, oh my God, this is the best drink ever.
And they brought back my favorite drink, which is the Smooth Criminal, which is like a Negroni with mezcal.
Oh, it's so good.
Amazing. I love it so
Yeah.
much.
Oh, and we shout out to Thomas. We saw one of our listeners from the show. Thomas
Oh,
came
yeah.
by.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to Thomas. He listens religiously. He's like the sweetest guy. So sweet and funny, which I
Yeah.
love. But Inside Out, if you guys are in San Diego or you're coming to San Diego, go check out Inside Out. It is like it's a little high classier place, would you say? How would you describe Inside Out? Outside Oasis.
yeah.
I'd say trendier,
Trendier, yeah.
Yeah.
And check out the
More
Loft.
craft cocktails. Yeah,
relaxing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
check out the Loft too. Like, go check out and Ricky, who used to, I guess, be at number 1 on Fifth, is over there now managing there. So it was great seeing him.
Yeah.
We did quite the tour
Yeah.
last weekend. I think we went to almost every bar.
And you guys checked out Rich's Day Lounge. How was
We
that?
did.
I've been wanting to
Good.
do it. I want to
That
do
was
it so
fun.
bad.
So we ended up sitting in like the front patio because it was so busy and so
Yeah.
packed, and we are like,
Their
we'll sit
setup
up there,
is
fine.
cute.
And it turns out it was actually the best seat like in the house because we could see everyone like being all drunk
It
and
was
get falling out of a
Ah, I
taxi
love
and
that.
like
it felt normal.
there was like
again.
there was a fight that went on and
A
it
fist
was
fight.
like
it
uh,
wasn't richest people. It was just some like
Randos.
yeah. And so but it was great. Like we had the best
Yeah.
time just sitting there and watching
It
everyone.
was a fun
be
weekend.
stupid.
I felt like we were
It
almost back
was.
to normal, and it was great
And
seeing
then we
so
went
many
to-
people out and just like kind of being back in the community. Because I know Robbie and I have been very cautious about it, and we've been staying home a lot because of it. What, Robbie? Did you have?
Well,
a-
you guys are
Oh no, I was gonna say, you guys were talking. You guys move so fast.
I know. I'm sorry.
Like we were talking about Inside Out, and what
Yeah.
I wanted to say is like Inside Out is one of the Moe's Universe
Yes.
establishments, and I don't. In case that people haven't noticed or whatever, Moe's Universe comes up with like an establishment that fits a certain niche in the LGBTQ community, and when they came up with Inside Out. It came from the concept of it came from they wanted a restaurant where LGBTQ people could go with their significant other and have a nice night out.
Yeah.
Because some people
Yeah.
don't feel comfortable if they're transgender or they're gay or lesbian.
Or binary.
Going
or
to
whatever,
a fancy restaurant and having an experience where you feel like you fit in, and so that's where the concept of Inside Out came
Yeah.
from. So.
which I really
and the
love.
dinners are excellent.
the food's
there.
great.
Oh, and I want to go
Yeah.
for brunch. I was a
Brunch
little
looks
jealous.
good.
Trust was amazing,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
do want to
Trust
Inside Out
is
next.
another place
Yeah.
here in San Diego. Great food, great cocktails. They have a good patio to sit outside.
Queer friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I
were
liked it.
everywhere.
I know.
last
We did
weekend.
like
We
a,
really went-
a tour.
I think the
Real
only
good.
establishment we didn't go to was like
Moe's.
Moe's itself.
We're there
Even though
all
we
the
were
time.
still
though.
within the
Yeah.
family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, let's do another one where we do like Moe's, Gossip,
Betty's and all
Betty's,
that,
and Pecs. I think those were the 4 that we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're in San Diego or coming to San Diego, those are some great places to check out. Inside Out, PAX, The Loft, and then Rich's Day Lounge. Looks so good. So
Yes.
there are still places popping up. And Bashy was driving through the community last night. People had lines out the door waiting to get in, which is a good sign, meaning they're
Yeah.
holding to capacity and not just letting a bunch of people
Yeah.
in. So
Well, the funny thing is that, like, it seems like we're opening up, but cases aren't going
No.
up because everybody's either had it or they're getting vaccinated,
yeah.
and I think that's
or they're
bringing the
wearing
whole thing
masks,
down.
social distancing, and really following. the
Also
rules.
true. I know that's still
Yeah.
very important to
Very,
do,
very
but,
important. Yeah.
everybody's opening responsibly, and now I think we're finally
Feeling it.
exiting this year-long
No,
fucking
it felt
nightmare.
really good being out and about last weekend and seeing everybody and kind of
I know.
feeling somewhat back to normal. I just can't wait till this summer because it's gonna be a free for all. People are gonna be out and about, drunken
Only a
masses.
couple months away.
I
I
know.
know.
But that means hookup culture is gonna come back, even though it hasn't gone away. But
Well, I
Which
know
is fine.
cases of chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis are way down.
oh, so people are not hooking up there.
Well, I'm sure they'll shoot right back
up.
once we get.
Sure.
But also too, if you're out of practice and your junk's not working because you haven't had anybody else tugging on it, I think Hims has a solution, doesn't it, Rob?
Oh, yes.
Rob was totally not ready for that. I love it. Just like last week, this bitch ain't ready. She's over here like, what's going on? Oh, yeah. It's my turn. My turn part of the show. She has one job.
I do. So, in the world of male sexual health, getting erection isn't always the problem, but instead premature ejaculation may be the issue. The great news is Hims has that covered with either a spray, a pill, or both. Formulated with, I should have, lidocaine, right?
Use your words.
Lidocaine. I knew that. The spray works by altering the sensitivity to the sprayed area without
Sorry,
overly
Hims.
numbing. Unlike other topical products, lidocaine is absorbed by the skin, allowing for maximum efficacy without transferring to your partner. Spray to the most sensitive areas of your penis for 5 to 10 minutes before game time, and this spray absorbs quickly and stays local to the applied area rather than numbing the sensation of your entire penis. Studies have shown that men can last 64% longer when using the spray.
Really?
Hims offers men access to high-quality medical products for issues all men face, but rarely take care of. And Hims is a trusted destination for sound medical guidance with both prescription and non-prescription solutions. Sex should be fun for all, and Hims helps you enjoy this pleasure longer with a quick and easy spritz.
Yay.
So try Hims today. Go to whoinvitedher.net/Hims. That's HIMS. Hims is a one-stop shop for sexual wellness, hair loss, and skincare for men. They can connect you to FDA-approved treatment-backed science. Prescription products are subject...
Oh, that was too soon. Sorry.
Tony,
I'm sorry. I hit the button too soon. Oh,
that was
shit.
premature, but okay.
Hey, perfect for the end. Look at you. It's tied in.
Wow. Okay, I'm almost there.
Jesus fucking Christ. Go ahead, Rob.
Prescription products are subject to medical provider approval and require an online consultation with a medical provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate, all from the comfort of your own home. See the website for details and safety information. Go to whoinvitedher.net/Hims, HIMS.
There we go. I did it. Okay, so I actually use Hims not for that, but for their skincare, like their creams and all that. We've been using it for a while, haven't we, Rob? The lotions, the eye cream, all of that. They have
Yes.
really good skincare products. I really like their
I've
stuff.
heard this too.
Yeah.
I need to go buy some shit off our own
Yeah.
I
site.
want to try the hair care products.
I haven't tried their hair care, but I heard they're good. So far, the only
Yeah.
stuff from Hims I've tried is all of the men's line skincare. And it's been really good. Like, I love it. It makes your skin feel so much smoother. For my
I haven't
coarse,
had
lighter
hair
skin.
this. whole quarantine, and now it's very long, and I don't know
Yeah.
what to do with it.
I like the
I
curly
do
hair.
too.
It looks good on
My hair
you.
is curly. It curls
Thanks.
up
Yeah.
today. So in other news, last week, you know how we talked about Little Nas X's video that came out? He's back in the
Mhm.
news this week because he really.
Everyone's so angry at him.
Everybody has opinions about everything on this. Jesus Christ. I'm like, leave the guy alone. Let him live his life. Why is everybody being like just so awful? Not awful, but I'm trying to pull it up and stretching. So hold on. So he was he released a shoe line based off of the video. And it was called Devil. And it was here. I'm pulling it up. It was produced. Okay, so he collabed with the artist MSCHF, who also did a line of shoes before, which was Heaven based for another artist, right?
Mm.
And this
Yes, I
this
had heard
artist
this.
used the Nike slash and all that, and they had a tagline like these shoes were made by angels and all this. It was very God oriented in heaven, right? So
Okay.
Little Nas came out with his design of the same shoe with MSCHF art, and it had the little Nike swoop, and it was all and they were called 666. It was all devil oriented, where human blood was used to make the shoe and all of this stuff. It was very geared opposite of the Heaven shoe. So Nike immediately sued MSCHF for copyright infringement of using the Nike slash, but didn't do that when the Heaven shoe came out with another celebrity cat. They didn't do any of that. Nike didn't put any lawsuit. They were totally fine with them using their logo. But now that it's on this brand of shoe, which is a devil themed shoe, they put a stop to it and sued the company.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys
I'm
think of
kind
that?
of surprised by that because Nike's usually like they're trying to be like on board with
Yeah.
being a little like edgy and controversial, and I'm kind of surprised by that.
I was too. So Nike filed a trademark infringement act against the artist who did it, but they didn't do that when they released the Heaven. The same artist released a Heaven themed shoe. They didn't bat an eye. But now that it's the devil, it's just I think it's stupid.
I just find it interesting that Nike
and the shoe looks really cool.
fundamentalist.
I would buy it actually. It's black.
I
and
just
red,
find it.
so.
I find it interesting that Nike and fundamentalist Christians start having a problem when a drop of human blood willingly is put into
It
a
was
shoe.
willingly.
But-
it was the
But nobody says a fucking thing when there's a mass genocide of Uyghur Muslims that these giant brands
Yeah.
are getting their manufacturing from, and nobody raises a finger about it until it becomes news.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely
So
right.
yeah, whatever. Just putting that out there.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's true. I mean,
Yeah.
I actually like the shoe design, and I think it's cool, and I think that it's a cool theme to have the devil. It's like all branding. You know what I mean? The other thing too is his video. It reminded me of this other video, and I went back and looked, and then it hit, of course, Twitter. Everybody's talking about Twigs' video, Cell Phone, which I love that song. It's almost frame by frame the exact video, especially the
Didn't see
poll.
it.
Yeah, all of that.
Oh.
But this is the thing. Little Nas came out on Twitter and said he had a conversation with Twigs, the other artist, and he openly said, "Yes, I took influence from her video because her video is fucking amazing. So of course I'm going to take influence."
Yeah.
And he owned up to it, and he said, "Yeah, it was inspired by her. Everybody go check out her video, her song. It's amazing, and this was my inspiration for this." And she,
I
Is it-
guess
she retweeted.
Is it FKA? Is it FKA Twigs? Is that-
Yes, and her song is Cell Phone, which
Yeah.
is a beautiful song. I love that song. And she
Yeah,
went on
okay.
Twitter saying, "Thank you to Little Nas for having an open, honest discussion about it." And she was very flattered that she was, what's it called? A point of inspiration for him. And
That's
stuff.
cool.
So I was like, that's cool. That's how you do it. You do it as adults and have a conversation. You're open about it and just straightforward about all of it. And it was very transparent.
She's an amazing pole dancer.
God,
like,
yes.
just it's so beautiful to watch
Yeah.
her. She's so stunning.
If you
on it.
haven't checked out
Ugh.
her video for Cell Phone, it's beautiful. The song is beautiful too. It's a cool video. It really
Yeah.
is.
The only time I've ever pole danced, I was asked by the Flick staff
stop?
please step away from. Yes.
Good reason to. Good reason to.
Yeah.
I have a video where
I
you're
know,
tapping
Eric.
a pole
With
know.
what? What
Actually,
is
it
he
was another
tapping
one
it
that I
with?
think- yeah.
with a cell phone.
He's
He's pole
stupid.
dancing.
I look like Tina from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yes.
I believe it. I believe it. Oh man! But in other like Twitter news this week too, it was Transgender Awareness Day on the 31st this week, which is amazingly great. But Sarah Paulson got into a little hot water, and I'm curious about your guys' opinion on this. So people came.
I need context.
So people came for her on Twitter, and somebody posted to her telling her, put your because she had posted something positive towards Trans Day awareness and all of that, which is amazing. I think everybody was doing it. You know what I mean? Everybody was. Which brings up another topic: is there should be a bigger. It feels like Transgender Awareness Day should be bigger. We need to make it bigger, almost like a Pride, a precursor.
Why
to
is
Pride.
it not?
I don't know why.
Yeah, I feel like it
there should be
coincide more with July when the Prides are.
Yeah, or just make
and
it
be like
big.
its
It
own.
should be a celebration.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to this. So somebody told her, put your pronouns in your bios. It's not that hard. To her, told her to put her pronouns in the bios. She replied back saying, it's also not that hard for you not to tell me what to do. And so that started a lot of controversy where people were going back and forth, both sides, saying it's her personal choice to put her pronouns in. And knowing her history with the LGBTQ community, she has always stand by never labeling her sexuality. She's never wanted to put a label on it. So people kept coming to her. And then on Twitter, it was a lot of other people are like, no. Somebody said, yeah, I know everybody else is doing it, but as a non-binary person, this hurts. Also, it normalizes trans, gender fluid, and non-binary people having hours in our bios. So please read this. And they put it in. People are saying, no, it is your duty, whether you're in the gay community or not, to put your pronouns in your profile. Do you agree with that? Do you think it is something everybody needs to be doing, or is it a personal choice?
I don't know enough about it.
Yeah.
To be honest. So I see both sides of it.
too.
I think it
I
is
do
a personal
too.
choice, but I also want to try to be supportive and not make people feel singled out when they need to use their pronouns.
Yeah.
At my job, we were given the choice.
Yeah. I think personally, like my viewpoint on it, it's your personal journey. Some people don't know their pronouns yet. They don't know them.
Yeah.
They're still going on their journey.
That's what I was going to say. What about somebody who's undecided at this point of what they want to choose?
Don't tell people you need to do this. You need to don't ever. It's somebody. I feel like it's somebody's choice because it's their own journey of discovering themselves and how they want to be recognized.
Yeah, because if you're forcing pronouns on everyone and somebody's confused about it or might not know yet, or maybe that's not fair.
They don't want to out themselves. Maybe they're not in a position to be like, hey, I'm going to put my pronouns are not what I look like physically to the world, and I'm not ready to share that yet. I don't think it's anybody should be telling somebody you need to do this if it's about their personal life and how they view themselves. And what was
the argument that like Sarah Paulson needed to put them in to show support, and they're putting that pressure on her? Well, you don't know what's going on in Sarah Paulson's head. Maybe she's considering.
Yeah. And she didn't reply back. People came back and she just hasn't replied back to the tweet, which I'm like, I understand she's a celebrity and she has a platform, but she's also a person. And when it comes to the label or the pronouns you're going to use for yourself, I think that's a personal decision, what you decide you want to be called and referenced to. And I think people need to respect that. I understand the need to do it because it normalizes it on everybody. If people were doing it all over their profiles, but then again, the other side is some people may not know what their pronouns are yet. So don't.
Well, can you imagine how terrible this would have been if somebody had been imposing that on Elliot Page?
Yeah.
When he was
going through his own journey of discovering himself.
Yeah.
And I actually don't know if Elliot Page is going by he as his pronoun. I hope that's correct.
But we covered it on the show.
Yes.
Thank you. But yeah, that would be a really shitty thing to impose on
Yeah.
somebody when they're presenting currently as the gender that they're not.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So
it's true.
let's all just take a fucking step back and be a little empathetic and not
Yeah.
be the dogmatic pope
I
of
know.
gender norms.
Yeah. It feels to me like you're, in a way, it's like you're forcing somebody to come out of the closet who may not
Yeah.
be ready to. And coming from that kind of a background, I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. Don't force people
Yeah, I
to
don't
do
like it
something
either.
they're not ready to do yet.
Yeah, people
Agreed.
shouldn't have to be forced to do anything that they don't
No,
want
and I understand the strength of it
Rationale.
and why it should
Yeah.
be done, but there is that other argument of it. It is somebody's personal journey of what they want to be called, and nobody else should have an
Mhm.
opinion
Yeah.
on what that person's journey is and how they should go about that. So,
Well, thank God we resolved that.
yes, we're changing lives on this show. Oh, should we play before we go? I know we're gonna run out of time, Robbie, but I wanted to do this game. We haven't done it in a really long time, but I know Rob's gonna get nervous.
Robbie don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna
What the fuck is this?
Rob's theme song.
Look at him try with it, failing so hard at it, but he don't give a shit. Wow.
Robbie don't know.
Was that Jonesy?
Huh?
Bash.
Was that Jonesy or
Holly.
Holly?
So we're gonna test because Rob is notoriously bad about pop culture, even though he
Yeah.
produces a pop culture podcast.
Yeah.
So I prepared some questions. We're gonna go through them and test Rob's knowledge of pop culture, especially current pop culture that's happened in the last week or two, and see if he's been paying attention to the news. If you do get hung up on one of the questions, Robbie, you can always ask Bashy or Party Bear Eric for their help.
Okay.
Okay?
Let's give it a go.
Let's see if you get it. Ready for the first one?
Yes.
Marvel CEO dropped hints at Marvel Studios' gay character Wiccan in the rumored upcoming Young Avengers. Who is Wiccan's mother?
There's a gay Wiccan in the
You know why I asked
you know
this?
what Wiccan
Because
is?
Bash and I covered this on the show a couple weeks ago when we were
Yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah.
So out of the Marvel universe, the
Uh-huh.
character of Wiccan, who is his mother?
His mother.
You
Okay.
watched the show with me.
I did. Okay. If it's, I do know that Wonder
I know.
Woman is DC.
You're going like this, Eric's like, call me.
I'm gonna say it's. Is it one of the X-Men?
Your time's running out. Tick, 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 tick. Come on, pick the name.
Come
Come on, Rob. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Spider
Hurry.
Woman.
No,
I don't know.
Spider Woman. Eric,
I
give
have
him
no
the
idea.
answer. Give him the answer.
It's Wanda, isn't it?
Yes, Scarlet
Oh.
Witch. Wanda is.
Can you believe even I know that?
But Young
Wow.
Avengers is one of my favorite comic books, and they have
I
and
know.
Wiccan is gay, and he's Teen Hawk's boyfriend in there.
I want to know who's gonna play both of them.
Okay, I should
Whatever
have thrown
is,
it
it's
to
gonna be
Eric.
hard. Ready for another one?
I'm ready.
So LeBar James and Bugs Bunny team up for an upcoming movie that is giving people Ready Player One vibes with the trailer that dropped this week. What movie is that they're starring in, Rob?
Bugs Bunny is starring in it.
And LeBar James.
Who's Labora?
LeBron
LeBron?
James.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a sports expert.
are you
I'm
talking about?
Yes, because I sit and watch ESPN on the weekend. Go ahead, Rob.
LeBron James. Okay.
Can.
Oh, well, if it's basketball and Bugs Bunny, then it's
Come on.
probably Space Jam.
Yes, Rob, you got it right.
Yay!
Got
One
Okay.
right. Yes, Space Jam's a
Do you
new legacy
think-
is coming out.
Do you think Bugs will be in
I hope
drag?
so. That would be hot.
I
They
love
already-
when Bugs Bunny is
They
in
already
drag.
can't. They're the fundamentalists are already canceling
Yeah, did you see that article because of the
because there's no bunny titties in
Yeah.
it.
whatever? I wasn't a fan of the original one, so whatever. I don't really.
They desexualized Bugs Bunny's girlfriend.
All right, ready? Reggie Jean Page is breaking his silence after he has announced this Friday that he is leaving. He's leaving what Netflix period show just after one season, Rob?
Is this one that I watched?
Yes.
Oh, then
Yeah.
is it?
Come on.
Oh God, is it the Mrs.
The easier words.
Oh God, what is the name of that series?
Bastion's like
Bridge. Bridgerton.
Yes, he got another one. Yes,
Oh, God.
he plays the Duke of Hastings on Bridgerton, and he is leaving the show after one season.
Who did he play?
He
Do you
played the
know
Duke of Hastings.
why?
Okay.
He feels his character. He had all the arcs he needed, and he's leaving. What did you?
There's a
What's the
rumor
rumor? I didn't read the rumor. What is it?
that he is going to be the next
What?
James Bond.
Whoa.
I am so into it. If he is, he's
Ooh.
so fucking hot. I would be so. Where did you hear that, Bashi?
I can't remember.
What
but
do you
it's-
think?
I'm sure
Wouldn't
we
he
could
be a
find it.
great James
Oh, I
Bond?
think he'd be fucking awesome.
Oh.
I heard they were looking at Idris Elba too, but he wasn't interested.
No,
And then
Reggie
also
G. Page. Yes,
Tom-
yes, I'm all for it.
Tom Hardy was in the mix too.
No, let's switch
Who
it
would have
up.
also
No,
been-
I'm totally down with
Yeah.
him playing 007. Oh, that would be.
Yeah, I think
hot.
he's going to be a great
Oh, me
007.
too.
Tom Hardy's a little too like rough around the edges.
Yeah,
for
no,
that,
this
like,
one
debonair side.
gorgeous, and he's a great actor. He would be great. He would be great.
Yeah.
You ready for the next one, Robbie?
Sure.
Okay. Unlike Ben Affleck's questionable taste in large tattoos, which 49-year-old Latino heartthrob was sporting a stunning leg tattoo all over social media this week.
Okay, 49-year-old Latino
Heartthrob.
heartthrob, Ricky Martin.
Yes,
Hey!
look at him. Yes, another one. Ricky Martin got a full from the knee down to the ankle tattoo, and I saw pictures of it.
what?
It is really cool tattoo. Look it up, everybody.
Huh.
I didn't even see
Yeah,
that.
because that was a throw to our other show, Film Springer, where we talk about Ben Affleck's crippling addiction to back tattoos.
Really?
Not a good tattoo.
All right, ready for the next one,
Okay.
Rob? I highly doubt you're going to get this.
Probably not.
Which Beverly Hills 90210 star got huge backlash this week with her pretend pregnancy announcement on April Fool's Day?
Oh God, I have no idea.
Come on, guess. Do you guys know?
Beverly Hills.
Yeah, Beverly Hills 90210 star.
I'm gonna
on,
throw
come
this
on.
to Bash. Do you know any stars from Beverly Hills
Look at-
90210?
His eyes got really big and nervous.
I can only
I-
think of one.
Okay, who is it?
I would guess.
Go ahead, Eric.
Well, I could think of three, but I can only remember
I'm
one.
I'm gonna try and help. I'm gonna guess because she's the only one I think funny enough to do it. I would say Tori.
You're
Spelling.
right.
I would say
You're
Tori
right.
Spelling, too.
Tori
Oh,
Spelling
yay.
did. She, yeah, because I guess so. The media is always like, "Are you pregnant? Are you pregnant?" So she did an April Fool's, but people were like backlash because they were like, "This is triggering for people who have lost kids." Blah blah blah. All of that. So she got a lot of backlash for that, and had her. She sent out an apology for making the April Fool's joke, and yeah.
She was just happy people were talking about her. That's all.
Tori, who? All right, ready for the next one, Rob?
Sure.
Which YouTube beauty guru is in hot water again for allegations of sexting with a minor? I know. This is all over the
A
socials.
YouTuber?
YouTube beauty guru.
Jeffree Star.
No.
Good guess.
No, good guess,
That would be
though.
one of two. He's still fucking Kanye. I think.
Oh,
He's
really?
disgusting.
Does anybody-
James Charles.
Okay.
It's James Charles back in hot water for it. He was
Okay.
sexting with a couple underage. So one 17 and one like 16. Three of them came forward and showed the receipts all over social. So he let out another apology saying he was wrong and all that. But it's just like, James Charles, come on.
Well, I was gonna say Matt Gates because
Ugh.
that was also in the news this week. But
What?
once you said YouTube
Ew.
star, that was out.
Matt Gaetz, yeah. Ready
Okay,
for
go
the
ahead.
last one, Rob?
Sure.
Which comic book publishing giant will be releasing an all-queer version of the Justice League later this year?
Oh.
An all queer version. Okay. Does anybody in YouTube chat know?
Which? Here, I'll read it. Which comic book publishing giant will
Okay.
be releasing an all-queer
Oh,
version
I know
of the
this.
Justice League later?
The Justice League is DC.
There you go, Rob. Yes, DC announced that they are going to be releasing the Justice League comic book, but they're doing a whole queer series of it, where all the characters
Okay.
are going to be. Batman and Superman
Wow.
are going to finally have their fan fiction brought to life.
Okay, that could be hot.
I know,
What about
right?
Robin?
I would. Robin's in the mix too. I wonder if he's in the mix with the Wonder Twins. That would
So
be
they're
hot.
all gonna be queer?
Well, some queer, yeah. Some might be bi, some might be non-binary, some might be trans.
Did
gender.
Batman ever date a woman, or was he always with Robin?
I don't remember. I'm on Marvel.
Really?
I'm not really DC.
Allegedly.
Oh, I have
Batman
one more
girl?
question for you.
Poison Ivy.
Okay.
In honor of trans awareness this
Mhm.
week, which star of Pose and American Gods, which I love her in, lit up the runway on social media in Montclair's Spring Summer 2021 collection? If you have not watched a video of this, Anne Muller's
amazing.
collection, which I love, is amazing. Who is the
Ooh.
actress?
I can't remember her name, but she looked amazing.
She was so good. She was in Pose,
I
and
don't-
she's in
oh,
American
God.
Gods.
I don't
She
know
plays
this
Mr.
one.
World.
I need to throw it to one of you. So which one of you know it?
I don't know her name either.
I don't know it. I don't know her name,
She
but
was in the
I
series
know
I
who
did,
she
yeah.
plays on the
Okay.
show.
Well,
Oh, fine. Dominique Jackson.
oh.
Pose. She played Electra
Well,
in
I can
Pose.
picture in my head.
Right.
I just don't know her name.
She does Mr. World in American Gods, which
Yeah.
sadly, after season 3, they're canceling American Gods, which is such a great show.
I've never seen
She's
it.
so good at it. She's like,
Which god is she?
she's Mr. World. Mr. World's played by 3 different actors, and she's one of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really great in that. Really good show. Yeah, Rob.
I know. I'm really.
Did
bad
you
at
guys
it.
watch the Montclair video of his summer collection?
No.
I just saw her on TikTok and she looked
So-
fucking incredible.
I want to
So
watch
here's
that
the thing.
tonight.
I get really stoned, as everybody knows, some nights, and I get into fashion show runways videos on YouTube. Like last night, I was doing Dolce & Gabbana's 2019 spring summer, where it was all Roman and all of that inspired. Mugler is one of my favorite. I love going through Alexander McQueen's old ones from the late 90s, early 2000s when he was kind of going off the edge, and it was just like so good. I don't know why I get into these K-holes of fashion, and all it is just them running the runway. But I'm like, okay, yeah, this is my new thing.
Was that our last question?
Yeah, that was the last
Okay.
question. Sorry, Rob.
No, I was just
You
gonna
did
say
okay this time around.
I did better than I was expecting.
I thought you were
I'll-
gonna totally bomb
Yeah.
it.
Although, like, I'm sorry to the YouTube viewers because there is kind of like a 15-second
Yeah.
delay. So by the time they respond,
I forgot
it's
about
like
that.
you've moved on to the next
I
question.
know.
But thank you guys for trying to
Yeah,
help.
thank you guys for watching and joining us. So before we go, since it is Easter weekend, do you guys have a favorite Easter candy? Really quick.
Yes.
Don't say Peeps.
The Cadbury. No.
I
Ew.
know.
What the fuck do you think I am? Ugh, no.
Trash.
The trash. The Cadbury hard coated
Easter.
milk chocolate.
Really?
Oh, they're
The
so
eggs?
fucking good. Yes. Yeah.
That sounds
They're
good. Do you have
delicious.
one, Eric?
I don't, but I tried a new one last night, and they were Reese's with marshmallow flavoring
What?
in them. They were really
What?
good.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, Oprah.
What?
What?
You said Reese's and that had me. I love peanut with peanut butter. Shut your mouth, Bash. You fucking bitch. Does anybody get Peeps? Do anybody still eat Peeps? Is that a
No.
thing?
What are they good for?
I don't get Peeps.
Ugh.
I had them once and I hated
I
them.
don't get Peeps
I
either.
hated them.
I don't
Yeah.
get Peeps either, but you know what I was thinking about
What?
yesterday? Has somebody invented like Peeps house slippers? Because those would be the
God dear Lord, Rob.
you just slip your
like-
foot into like this cushy yellow chick. Isn't that pretty cool?
I mean, they have like bunny
Megan's
slippers.
not here. Megan's not on the show anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh, I love Miss Megan. She may
but-
make an appearance on the show.
I do
soon.
want to say in the YouTube chat, Jeffrey says Peeps are better when they're stale. Is
Are
that
they,
true?
Jeff?
Ew.
Oh,
Do people ever use them for like s'mores? I
Is
maybe
it the
could
same
see?
Jeff that I've known since Grossmont College? I wonder, Jeff, if you're listening.
Yeah, Jeffrey, respond if that's true. But he loves Reese's peanut butter
'Cause he
eggs,
sends
which
me the
I
funniest
actually
Oh, those are
I
good.
agree with Jeffrey.
Yeah.
That's also my favorite.
Is
And
it?
I also the
Those
other
are great.
favorite of mine is pretty much any holiday are the peanut M&Ms.
Oh yeah.
So during
yeah.
Easter, they're like the pastel
Yeah.
colors. I also love those. So those are
Oh, yeah.
Wow, Robbie.
I know. But does anybody like the robin eggs? Because
I like the
That's
Robin
what I was
eggs.
talking
are those,
about.
Those it,
are those the
Bashy?
malt ball ones?
Yes.
love those.
Wait, they have like a candy coating
Yes.
and then
Yeah,
some chocolate
yeah.
on the inside, right? Yeah, that's what they're called, robin eggs. Thank you.
no thanks.
You don't.
What?
Mm,
What?
mm.
What? What? Oh, did you?
Were you silent or were you silenced?
Oh, before I forget, one last thing. You know which Drag Race All-Star contestant is getting her own competition show? Raven is going to be doing a makeup
Ooh.
competition show like
Oh my
Glow Up
God.
and all of those. Because if anybody that doesn't know, Raven does all of RuPaul's makeup now and is a phenomenal makeup artist. So she's getting her own competition show on WoW Presents now.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I hope she's gonna be mean
I
because
hope
she's been
so.
too nice lately.
I'm totally for it. I love a makeup like competition show like Glow Up and all of that. Oh my god, I'm totally down for it.
I crack up with that Trixie and Katya review of it on Netflix. It's so
good
funny.
with the guy with the blue eyeshadow.
The guy with the blue.
Yeah. But before we go, since it is Easter, do you want to hear some really bad Easter jokes before we go?
No.
Yeah, you are. You're supposed to go.
Alright,
yes. Ready?
I
Ready?
guess.
I'll give you two. I'll give you two. They're stupid.
Okay.
They're
It is your
stupid.
show.
What kind of jewelry do Easter bunnies wear? Come on. 14 karat gold. Ba, 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 ba. No,
Wow.
it was
okay.
bad, wasn't it?
Why not 24
I know.
carat? It's more
I
carrots.
know. What happens to the Easter bunny when he misbehaves at school? He is expelled.
Tony.
I know, they're
These
so
are like
bad.
dad jokes.
Wow.
I know. I wanted to torture
I'm not
you.
drunk enough. for
Neither am
this.
I, and I'm the one who's telling him. With that,
I think my joke was funnier. I just
Yeah.
said Jesus
Christ. There is this web series called it's called The Bad Go-Go Boy, and then it's called something else. But there was a scene I was watching with the latest episode where it's just so stupid. They hold up a saint, right? A candle that has the saint on it, and you can't see what it
Okay.
is. And then the guy goes, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" He goes, "No, it's our patron paint, Hillary Duff." And it's literally
There's a
like that.
Hillary
The whole
Duff,
cast
like,
is just
candle.
silent, and they're looking at him like, "What the fuck?" Like Hillary Duff made it onto like the web series, but which is
Oh my God.
weird is if anybody watches Younger, they're doing their last season.
I do.
Final
season, I know.
No more Sutton Foster.
I know.
Oh,
And
I
Hillary
haven't watched
Duff.
one episode.
Ever. I was really into it for the first 2 seasons. Yes, Robbie.
no, I was just gonna say.
I mean, they
weren't
kinda-
you talking about Bad Boy, the web series?
Is that what it's
Yeah,
called? Bad
that's
Boy.
what you-
Yeah.
At least
yeah,
that's what you were watching.
Yeah.
And then then we can throw it to Eric. I know we're at the end, but Jeffrey responded. He said, "Yes, he's one and in the same."
Yay, Jeffrey.
he
He sends me
also-
the funniest memes.
He
on
also agrees
Insta.
with Bash. He loves the Robin eggs, and he can't wait until Monday when they're all half price.
True. All the Easter candy. But you guys, that is it for us. That is our show this week. We got through it. How do people find you, Bashy?
I'm at _bash on
There you
Instagram.
go. And Eric, how do people find you?
I am Party Bear Eric on
There you go. You
Instagram.
can follow me at Stoney_Baloney_Macaroni on Instagram. You can follow the podcast on Instagram. We are Who Invited Her _podcast, and we are Who Invited Her SD on Twitter and Facebook. You can go to the website, click on the store button, and that has all of our merchandise. Also, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get podcasts. It helps us out a lot. Leave a comment below on anything we talked about this week, especially if you are somebody who's into fart fetish. I'm very curious to know why. How?
I forgot about
Leave
that.
that in the comments below.
Yes, but I want to emphasize
ahead,
what
Robin.
Tony was just saying. If you've never given us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, please do it
It
and help
helps us
support
out.
our show.
Yeah.
And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and hit the like button on YouTube.
Yes, and you can watch us on Out at TV, which has some great programming on there. We are there every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. You can watch my other show, Film Springa. If you're a movie buff, go watch that show. We are there every Friday night at 8 p.m. Out at TV has some great programming. You can watch some of the other great shows on there. What a Shit Show with our podcast friend Grotesca, and she hosts out with Kevy Kev. There, and if you want a full RuPaul's Drag Race review, check out Drag Race Roundup with Captain Steve and Erica Fox. They do a really good job over there. And that is it for us. I guess we will see everybody next week. Have a great rest of the day. Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter.
Bye.